Yeah, just double check if we got everything recording here. Okay, this week we're actually at the Carvana tower. This is a weird tower that sells cars and like a vending machine. It's like an online car retailer. We're gonna take a walk around here. Hopefully I don't get towed. This does say it's a tow-away zone for overnight parking, but I don't plan on being here overnight. Hopefully no problems happen. Let's go ahead and take a look. I believe Carvana is actually headquartered here. I don't know much about them, but they are owned by the company that does Drive Time, I think. This is like the meeting area where you go to pick up your car that comes out of the vending machine. They actually make it like a big celebration. Like you have to, they give you a giant token and you put it in the slot, and then your car comes out from the tower that's up here. I wonder what this would sound like when it was operating. Or like when it actually pulls the car down from the tower. That would be curious. This has a lot of LED lights in there, and then it can actually change the color of the lights depending on the holiday. Like sometimes you see them in Christmas time. They make them red and green. Halloween, they make them orange. 4th of July, it's red, white, and blue. Right now it's just white though, because it's in the middle of, it's almost August 1st. There's really no practical reason for them to put them in this tower. It's more just for show than anything. Because practically it would be better to just park the cars out here and put as many of them as you want over here. So what they do over here is they actually drop them off in a trailer, and then they drive them over here to inspect them real quick, and then they induct them into the system. Each of these levels has like its own little platform that you can put a car onto, and then you load it into the machine. I've never purchased a car from them. I know that they were in the news a while back for a lot of sorry, that car was really loud. They were in the news a while back for a lot of shady practices. Like during the pandemic. People were buying cars. They were buying cars and weren't able to register them because they couldn't get the titles from this place. I don't know if they fixed that by now. It might have just been a pandemic thing. I believe they're headquartered here, Carvana. They have a headquarters here. It's actually in Tempe across the lake. That's where the bridge is, over that way. Interesting. This is the closest I've ever been to the building since it's been built. It's been here for a couple years now. I've always wondered why their logo is like a little car with a halo on it. That doesn't seem like a good icon for a car. Yeah, it's Angel's Gift, I guess you could say, or this car will die shortly after you buy it. Either one. A little short for this video. It's only 5 minutes long. Maybe we'll go take a walk. Hopefully I don't get hit by any cars. It is pretty busy right now for it being 11:13 at night. This is just north of ASU. This is the North Shore. We're still kind of in Tempe for another couple streets before we move into Phoenix. Across the way here you have some not so savory places. There used to be a lot more strip clubs over here. Now it seems like there's only one. At one point I think that was one as well. They tend to put a lot of these types of places right close to the ASU. It's kind of that way to give people some method of like paying for school, I guess. I don't know. It is what it is. It's actually further down the street than I thought it was. Sure everything's still recording here. This is Scottsdale Road. I think it also turns into Mill Avenue and Tempe, deeper areas. On this side of the freeway, for some reason, it's Scottsdale Road. This takes you up into Scottsdale. I guess that's why they call it that, but it doesn't really make sense that it changes in the middle of the road. Usually you'd think it would stay the same name all the way up through. Very Divine and Very Divine Catering. I think we're gonna miss this one. We'll have to wait till it allows us to cross again. Oh, it doesn't say wait like the other ones do. I think the North Tempe Generation Cultural Center's that way. It's like a little recreation center kind of thing. Smells like natural gas right now. Walk time. Alright, I think we're almost there. Carl's Jr. That's where it's at. These new cameras they put in. Those are the new cameras that they started putting all over Tempe. They're speed cameras. A lot of the locals hate them. We tend to drive a little bit faster than we probably should be doing. But they also do red lights as well, I think. Should have probably just drove over here and then walked to the Carvana tower. That probably would have made more sense. It's pretty hot out right now. It's about 103, I think, the car said before I got out of it. We're in the peak of summer here in Arizona, so it's pretty hot. Carl's Jr. This place has been here for a very long time. But we're actually heading over to the shopping center. Alright, so this shopping center here, many things have been in this area, but one of the ones I remember fondly from my childhood is this Goodwill here. It used to actually be a place called As Is. As Is was kind of like a Goodwill in a way, but it sold stuff for really cheap. Like they would bulk buy a whole bunch of like just random stuff, and you might be able to get it for like really low price. We got lots of our camping equipment and all sorts of other stuff from it. It's since been closed down. It's been closed for pretty much since the 2000s. It was like 1990s when this was in the 1990s area. That's when this used to be As Is. Now it's a Goodwill. But we used to come here all the time, and they would have like random sales, like a parking lot sale where they would like put a whole bunch of stuff out here, and there'd be tents all over the place. And you'd come out here to like dig through stuff, like you get toys and other things for really cheap. Many of them were broken or, you know, missing pieces. They're like stuff that was often like brand new, but maybe somebody opened it in the store and decided to return it. So you had stuff kind of like that. Hookah Mania. And this place. Don't really know anything about all these other restaurants and stuff. They weren't here when I used to come around the area. The building structures and stuff, like this weird rounded look to it, they've been like that since I remember. But they have been painted over. I think I remember them being blue. That kind of had like a blue color instead. They did add some like tiles and some sort of like shade to the front of it. But overall, it's largely what I remember. That dog wash has been there for a long time, I believe, as well. That's pretty much all we wanted to see over here. I guess we'll head back to the car now. Sweating like crazy. At least it's nighttime, so Osmo should be able to withstand the heat. As long as the sun's not beating directly down on it. Saw a guy stranded over at Carl's Jr. It looks like his tire was flat. Maybe I'll go get my car and we'll go help him out. I have equipment that's able to handle that, but I probably won't record it just because I don't want to be weird, and I don't know really if he even needs help. It looked like he kind of needed help, but I could have asked him. I didn't want to do it on video. Because it'd be weird to like approach someone all geared up with all my stuff on and say, "Hey buddy, do you need help?" Because it just looks weird. Other than all the cars, I mean, it's pretty nice out here, I guess. There are a crazy amount of cars for this late at night. Didn't know the orbit bus came over here. I should have flagged it down. Could have took me all the way over there. The orbit bus is a free bus in Tempe. You kind of flag it down for it to stop at a bus stop, and they'll stop and pick you up. Most of the time you're the only person on the bus, so I don't know how you get any sleep in any of these hotels and apartments that are on this street, though, especially with loud motorcycles like that coming through all day long. Alright, we're almost back to the Carvana Tower here in North Tempe. We're on the north side of the Tempe Town Lake. Looks like my car's still there, so I didn't get towed. That's good. Or as I walk up, it gets towed away. That'd be just my night. Alright, well, that's the video this week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Tune in next week for some more binaural recorded sights and sounds. Be host Dan. I guess I'm gonna go see if that guy needs help. So, if I'm dead, you know where the video is, and you know kind of where I was at. Have a good one. Update with that guy that we were going to go help. Turns out his car's from the dealership, and on the dealership car, for some reason, they put a wheel lock on it, like a locking lug nut, and he didn't have the key for it. I wasn't really able to help him out with that because I don't have any way to break the key lock off of the thing, so unfortunately, we weren't able to fix his situation. But that's just figure I'd give you guys a little update of what ended up happening with that. I'll leave you on a cliffhanger. Hopefully, see you guys next week for some more videos. Have a good one.